I'm a fan of indie films, but Hush is not one of the best ones. Hush was not bad, it was just okay. The movie as a whole was well done. But you know something? Even though a movie may be well done, that doesn't mean that it's going to be entertaining. To summarize the plot, Hush is about a deaf writer who locks herself inside her house to keep a killer from getting in. And that's pretty much the entire movie. Now, I have a quick thing on the side that I want to talk about. Recently, my mom and my sister convinced me to watch the movie The Intern. And as the movie went on, I just sat there and kept my mouth shut. Because even though the movie was most definitely well done, there was nothing in it that I really wanted to see because the content of that movie at its core was just so boring. And there was nothing in The Intern that even remotely interested me. All The Intern was 2 hours of just feel-good dribble that bored the ever-loving hell out of me. And audiences that like the movie The Intern are not interested in movies that are a bit darker, shall we say, or that make them feel uncomfortable. I bring this up because the movie Hush was also a well-made movie, and the end result was good, but the movie was just okay in my eyes. It didn't really seem like we got to see something that was emotionally stirring. The story wasn't boring, but the characters were boring. And you need characters that are relatable in order to have an even better story. I thought the killer was completely uninteresting because I just felt like he was killing for the sake of killing. There was no rhyme or reason for it, nor was it explained. And I think that if we got to know a little bit more about him and why he started doing what he was doing, then I would have enjoyed it a lot more, and whatever depth was given to the characters was just kind of lost because the director was trying hard to make this movie a visual work of art, if you ask me. And that's what's wrong with this movie because it's just an exercise in making a movie that fits the horror genre perfectly. Visually, it looks great, but at the heart of the movie, it's kind of hollow. I'll admit this much about Hush is that it did a fantastic job of getting us to see things from the perspective of someone who is deaf. One part of the movie that I especially liked was when the killer gets into the house and is about to kill her from behind, but he laughs, and the breath from his laughter hits the back of her head, and the deaf writer's hair moves, and she realizes that he's behind her. That particular part of the movie was shot and edited perfectly. There were many other scenes throughout that were well done, like that one, but this was the most notable one in my eyes. I don't know what else to say about this movie. Truth be told, I really didn't think it was that scary, and I've seen movies that are a lot scarier than this one, like John Carpenter's The Thing or Under the Skin. Hush was just okay. If you're in the mood for this movie, go ahead, give it a try. Hush gets 3.0 stars out of 5. I'll see you on the next review.